Hey guys, so today we're going to be making a DIY wreath from a pool noodle, so stay tuned for that. If not, check out my other holiday wreath video where I make a wreath of a grapevine wreath. How many times can I say wreath in this video? I will link it below in the below link. Yeah. Okay guys, so here's what my wreath looks like right now. I just took a pool noodle. Mine was a bit shorter and thicker. So I took whatever I had and basically I glued the two ends together with a wooden dowel in between, or you can also use a PVC pipe as well. And I just hot glued those together on both ends. I just used those on both ends. The hot glue kind of ate through the pool noodle a bit, but just trial and error. It did end up sticking overall, and then I just wrapped some duct tape over top of it and mark the area where it's connected with an X, so I know where my weak point is. And now I'm just going to continue the duct tape up until here, so I have a good portion of support for the area it is attached at. While the wooden dowel dried in between, I wrapped around two pieces of string in an X to help it keep the form, and the duct tape is still there to help support it. Okay, so instead of covering just one area with duct tape, I decided to cover the whole thing with duct tape to make it a little bit stronger and easier to bond onto as the hot glue was going through the noodle. So I just did that with duct tape that I got from the dollar store. So far we've only spent $1.25. Not too bad. So now I'm going to start gluing my scarf on here. So what I did, I just cut off these tassels because they were kind of in my way and I don't really want to use them. So I trimmed them off so it's easier to glue down, and I'm going to glue down in the edge here so you don't see it from the top. And then I'm just going to be wrapping it around and hot gluing in places to secure it. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's done that part. Yeah. Okay, so I finished doing the scarf. It gave me almost half of the wreath it covered, and not too shabby. So the rest of the part I'm doing with this ribbon, which I'm going to be draping around the entire other half. So not too bad. Again, this scarf I just grabbed out of my closet. And this ribbon I bought from Michael's for about $6. So we're at like $7.25. Okay, so far I got the scarf all glued on. I'm using a low temperature hot glue gun, which I find works way better than the other one I was using from the dollar store, which was a high temp, which was melting the noodle completely. So keep that in mind when you do your wreath. So I finished putting the scarf around my wreath and it took up half of the space. So the other half I'm choosing to do on this ribbon, so I'm just wrapping around and hot gluing in places. So I'll show you what it looks like when that is complete. As you can see, I ran out of ribbon in this portion right here. So I'm going to use the other color ribbon I have as well to just hide that. Okay, so here's what I have so far. So basically I wrapped the scarf around one half of the wreath and I tied the ribbon around the other half. And I ran out of ribbon right here, so I had to use my other one that I bought just as a decoration. And I'm going to probably hang the wreath from here. And right now I'm just going to place these decorations that I bought from Michael's and the dollar stores from various things, but mostly from the dollar store. But I'm just going to be placing them on the wreath and seeing how they look and hot gluing them down. Okay guys, so just before I decorate my wreath, I'm going to make the bow. So in order to make your bow, you're going to want to have a handy dandy tape measure, a pair of scissors, a bread tie like this, or wire or something to tie it together, your hot glue gun as well, which is over there, and your ribbon. So you're going to cut 3 different sections. One's going to be a 60-inch piece, one's going to be a 24-inch piece, and one is going to be an 8-inch piece. So I'm just gonna cut those out real quick and show you. So there's my 3 pieces, my 8-inch piece, my 24-inch piece, and my 60-inch piece. Now you can adjust these to how big of a bow you want, but this is basically a standard size that looks good on a wreath. So the 60-inch piece, finding the center, once you find the center, wrap this part in, hold it, and wrap your other part in and hold it. So it's got a bow-like shape, it's got both your things, and if they're a little bit lopsided, just adjust it. Doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, you're gonna fix it in it and anyway. So you're just gonna hold this like this and put it down on the table. I'm just gonna throw my handy dandy tape measure on top. Take your 24-inch piece and fold it in the center, and then take this piece and put it on top of your center, and then you're going to scrunch it together and take your plastic zip tie and secure it together. So it's starting to look like a bow. And then you're going to take this little 8-inch piece, and since mine is like too fat to go over top like this, I'm just gonna fold it in half, but I'm going to fold it like so, like this. You could cut it in half as well, but I'm just folding it in half like this. And then you're going to take this and wrap it around the center and just hot glue it in place. So I don't really like the way mine looks, so I think I'm gonna add another ribbon to it. So I have a 60-inch and I have a 24-inch piece, and I think I'm going to do a 48-inch piece. Or I'll do 36. And again, the same thing. You're just going to fold over. Place the crappy side. So I just put 3 layers on that. Take your zip tie. Okay, so I just glued down a bunch of accessories. These are all from the dollar store, so $1.25 each, and these flowers came in a 3-pack, so they're $1.25 for 3 of them. And there's 2 different things here, so 5 things all together. And then I have this ornament that I'm just hot gluing to the top here, waiting for it to dry. And then I'm going to put on my bow. I'm just going to fluff it up a bit, stick it down, and it should be complete. So here's the finished product. Just glued on the ornament, and I glued on my bow on top, and I added these 2 pieces of ribbon on the top and bottom to cover the glue. So